Hey Jax, can you tell us how to do Oma's underwater shadow boxing and the benefits behind it? Yeah. Yo dudes and dudettes, your friendly neighbor JaxBlade is back with another video for y'all today, and today we're going to be talking about a very brief scene in the Kengan Ashura manga that I said I talked about a couple years ago, but I'm finally getting to it today because I don't know, I'm in a Kengan phase because Kengan Omega's kicking ass so much right now. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about Oma's underwater shadow boxing. Now if you've only seen the anime, you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but don't worry, there's no spoilers in this video. Now in Kengan Ashura, our boy Oma is enjoying his time off from the tournament with a nice training session underwater. And the manga panel actually explains it pretty well. Underwater shadowboxing is an anaerobic exercise that uses water resistance. It is a training method unique to the Nico style, which improves both muscular and cardiovascular functions. Well, if it's unique to the Nico style, then we've got many Nico users in real life. Now, there's actually a ton of benefits if you're able to train underwater like this, because like the added water gives you some resistance. So like when you punch, you don't have to worry about like added strain. Like for instance, like if you're using like weights or other stuff, sometimes you can like throw too fast and then like it feels like, oh, I threw out my arm, or I feel like I'm getting injured. So it is really great at injury prevention if you're able to use it. Just make sure you're warmed up fully. It also increases your VO2 max, as we've talked about before, which is important for fighters because they have to have great cardio and lung capacity, because you're underwater and you're like doing all these like combos and shit where you're like doing all this strenuous stuff, because on land you get used to it, your body like will adapt, but there you're underwater and you have to hold your breath, because not only will you like float up, but you also have to like, you know, not drown when doing this stuff. So you're doing all this extra stuff and all this resistance, so it's building up not only your anaerobic activity but your aerobic activity as well, and that's just a fancy way of saying with oxygen and without oxygen. So you get that on point. But something to take in mind with this, so if you actually start doing this consistently, you'll start to notice that you have a lot more stamina for your fights. Maybe Kong should have took some lessons. But yeah, if you incorporate this into your routines, you are sure to see great results. But what irks me about it is like, you gotta either be that asshole doing kung fu in the pool while other people are doing laps or pool aerobics, and then you gotta get into this big thing about, hey, can I rent out the pool to film this? But no, how'd you get that camera here? And blah, 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 I'm calling the authorities, blah, 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 BS, all that other shit that people go through. So for the rich folks out there with their own pools, have fun. Anyways, that was a short, brief video, but I had fun talking about it. Remember, if you want to ask me questions like this, you can always send the AskJaxNerdFacts@gmail.com in the description box down below. I get tons of fun things. You can ask me nerdy fitness stuff, you can ask me nerdy stuff, all right? I love doing these type of videos, lets me interact with y'all as an audience, and then I can just get more out of it. But also, if you want to get a better training program than my Tough Like the Tunes, even though my Tough Like the Tunes are great and you can go through them and they're completely free and I hope you enjoy them, there are a lot more programs I have in my description box down below, which come with full meal plans and schedules and like group coaching and all that stuff if that's what you're interested in. But again, that's in the description box down below if that feels like it appeals to you. There you go, type that down below. And remember, like I always say, keep calm, booyah on, and don't forget, Momentai. Hope you have a great day and go train hard like Goma. If you're a rich fuck.